Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Airships Lost Flotilla. Today's beverage is a fairly hydrating and very refreshing kiwi and lime-infused sparkling water. So welcome back to Airships Lost Flotilla. Previously, we had a bit of a sort of hiatus from the game because we played all of the ships and we did get a couple of wins off that, and basically we didn't complete it, but it was, pretty much done. And then semi-recently, there's been a fairly big update which adds new enemies, new places to visit, and some new ships. In fact, you can see it does say +6 hidden ships there. I don't know if any one of those are from before the update essentially, but yeah, there's more to experience. I know there's a carrier and things like that, so I'm very much looking forward to trying that out. Speaking of trying, we did try out the Wing Leader, which is not an airship, it is just a biplane, I think. Yes, it's got 6 HP, so one of the lowest in the game, might be actually tied with the lowest in the game. It's however got exceptional speed at 750. Yes, it can't stop, but it doesn't really need to. It's got fairly decent turn radius, and it's got a +40% escort reload speed, and comes with 2 escorts from the very beginning, 2 triplanes there with like Gatling guns. We did upgrade this and managed to get to, I think it was wave 12 or something like that. But basically, you make one wrong move and that is pretty much game over. And it was one of the new enemies that we got defeated by. It was these weird vines and stuff like that. So yeah, interesting. And, well, I think we're going to play a little bit more, and we're going to go a bit more default with this one. We're going to go with the supply ship. Now, it's got 21 HP, which is really, really good. If we compare that with the battleship, it's actually got more HP than the battleship, but it doesn't have armour, so, there's that to consider. 200 speed on the battleship. I keep referring that to the Dreadnought. I don't know why, it's just stuck in the brain. We've got 240 speed on the supply ship, so a little bit faster. 90 degrees turn rate, whereas this thing is 65, so it's a bit more manoeuvrable, to put it in perspective. It's also got a grape shot cannon, so very, very close range. However, it does have 3 weapon slots, 4 module slots, and 2 escorts. And the main takeaway is that it starts, it ends up with 100 scrap at the wave start. So there's probably again some options there for upgrades and such. In terms of the captain, not really too sure. We could go with, we're not going to go with Brother Zin, because that would minus 75% HP. That'll just make it completely redundant. We could go with Captain Velenview, minus 30% range. All right, okay, so we're basically in sort of sword fighting territory if we've got grape shot cannons. You know what? I think I'm going to go with Commander Lane, because I want to try this map loops around type of thing. Medium difficulty. First wave is colours, so let's start off with this one. So activate engines, and you can see this is exceptionally slow. Good grief. Okay, I don't really know what I'm going to do here other than, can I just go through the map? But yeah, there we go. Look, it does actually loop around. So hang on, wait, let me try and abuse this by going the other way, because obviously the enemy's going to be coming towards me now and pathing that way. And we do this because we'll grab all of the loot here. Oh, good grief, it's so slow, it's ridiculous. We can probably just tank most of the enemies here. I do definitely need to get another weapon of some kind, because already we're on 9 HP of the 21 that we started with, and it's going to get very, very low very, very quick because we've got some more enemies. Anyway, looks like we've taken those out, and we've got 12 seconds remaining, and I'm already going to get surrounded, so I'm just going to head in a single direction here. And actually, no, wait, can we do a UE and get this one and a little bit of loot? Yeah, we survived. Okay, that was not very fun at all. Not taken away from the game, it's just the let's say the whole shift from exceptionally fast to exceptionally slow without armour. However, we do have 172 generic units of currency, which means we can get an upgrade for the grape shot cannon, or we can go with an acid spitter. What is the range? 300 for the grape shot cannon, and it is 200 for the acid. Yeah, I don't think we really need that. We could go with an upgrade, so a canister shot cannon, longer range, more shot, or we've got stuns enemies. I think I'm going to go with the longer range, and then I'm going to go with extra gather rate because, yeah, maneuverability is a thing, and I'm going to lock the gunnery officer. I don't think I need anything else really. That should probably do. So, our first time over to the map, we do obviously have some new opponents to deal with. That's a hard fight, that's an easy fight, and that's just a standard pirate fight. I think we're going to go with maybe well, a very hard fight. Yeah, I don't need that at all. Let's just go with some pirates here and see what we can do. So yeah, we can see we've got not extra, well, we've got extra range, yes, and extra spread as well on this grape shot cannon. Okay, that's interesting. So it is firing away and taking out all of these enemies. Naturally, with it being a sort of spread weapon, I'm just going to drive through these to be honest. Yeah, but with it being a sort of a spread weapon, we want to pick enemies where they all sort of group up. So we don't want just one big opponent. We want to try and get yeah, some, let's say, some groups going. I've got the enemies coming towards us now. I think I'll be able to take them out before we get hit, so that's fine. However, the wave next to it is not going to be so fun, so we will utilise, oh good grief, they're coming from the north as well. Yeah, so we're going to utilise our tactic of going through the map, and let's go ahead and pick these up. It's a fairly interesting mechanic there. Oh, there's more spawns, but it's only on a couple of seconds left. We'll just get this loot, and then there we are. Another wave survived. 83 enemies destroyed, apparently. Oh, we have aerial torpedo, so if there's an aerial torpedo, we pick up the aerial torpedo. Other than that, we could probably pick up the cannon, and that's a medium range. So we got short, medium, and then long range. Yeah, let's do that. So this whole getting 100 generic units of currency at the start is obviously helping us out. Let's go with gunnery training there. Is it gunnery training? Yes. 5% reload speed and 5% accuracy. And let's go with some sky urchins because we don't have any other choice. End of conversation. So let's go ahead, and we can see we do have a support vessel here. That is an escort from, I have no idea actually what that is. That feels to be one of the newer ones added. Probably in the, like say, the last update there. I don't recognise it. It's only got by the look of it just a rifle. So yeah, it's not overly quick. It does have a very high-tech appearance, however. Let's go ahead and we'll head towards the enemy. So actually we'll do that and then spinny round, and then they're all taken out. Yeah, definitely adding in a cannon and a aerial torpedo has helped us out massively in terms of the destruction capabilities of the vessel. So that is all good. I can see that the escort is doing its job, and I don't know if we've actually been hit at all this round, but that's all good, and we've picked up a lot of loot here. So let's just drive towards that. Yeah, and that's another one completed. Okay, so we have options for another gunnery officer, so extra reload speed and extra accuracy. We've got engine pods, which, engine pods actually might be the way to go to increase the speed. Or do we want to just double down on the fact that this is really, really slow and go for things like armor and such? I'm not sure. I'm definitely going to pick up the, how much is this one? 80 generic units of currency. How much is it to upgrade the aerial torpedo? We've got a guidance system, or we've got faster reloads. Well, I think more torpedo, more better. I will lock the engine pods, and we don't need an extra escort slot. And minus 25% weapon upgrade cost and minus 10% accuracy. I don't think I want to jury-rig the weapons just yet. Let's go next wave. And we've got cultists, so we've got sky nomads. Now, I do fancy taking on the sky nomads. The problem with that is, what is the options later on? That is clockwork cubes and cultists, and another cubes, which is a hard one. This is going to lock us on a fairly linear path, which I'm not a massive fan of. That's a pirate battleship, which is interesting. You know what? I think I will go with the Sky Nomads here. And yeah, let's see. So we do have... Oh, that's again new enemies, and alright, they're firing at us. That's interesting. So they've got a bit of a different approach here, because they're sending out these red arrows. Luckily they're not homing, but yeah, they're definitely firing and forgetting, and yeah, turning around and running away as well. Look at that there. So yeah, they're actually staying at range. So this is, yeah, normally something we don't see, and normally the enemies just basically charge at you and such, and they're all about the ram. But yeah, these guys are basically circling and doing what they can. Maneuvering is still a bit of an issue. We'll be able to tank some of these shots here, so we'll do that. Let's have a spin around and we're trying to maneuver away from that thing. And what we're on, 15 seconds remaining. Well, I've totally missed that bit of loot there, so I'm going to turn around and grab it. 8 seconds left, and we'll loop round to the other side just to grab some of the extra stuff here. And 2, 1, and done. Okay, so another 80 extra rewards, generic currency, and also new manual page, which is the Nomad Skybot. So first time I've experienced those in the game. And let's see, we've got a laboratory here. So laboratory is minus 30% weapon upgrade cost and minus 30% escort upgrade cost. Okay, we could pick that up, and do I need it though? That's the thing, do I actually really need it? Because, I mean, I've got these 2 weapons. You know what, I think I am going to pick up the laboratory, and yeah, we'll run with that one. And what else have we got? Sea Experimentation, 184 experience. We've got 576 actually. It's minus 10% reload speed, extra XP gain. I think I'm just going to do a bit of a refresh on that one. And there's gunnery training, extra reload speed and accuracy. Yes, we'll double down on that one. Supply hatch, I think that's new. Plus 1 enemy border damage and plus 25 scrap at the wave start. So that would definitely complement the extra bonus of just getting free cash, essentially. Do I want to do that? I think we have the option for it. You know, I'm not feeling it. No, there's something about it I'm not really too keen on. Anyway, Clockwork Wasps is the next one, wave 5. So we've once again got our sci-fi friend here who is helping us out, and you can probably tell by the rate of fire that it has been increased. Good hit on the torpedo there, which is pretty good. Obviously coming in waves, just being meleeed there, but we're on 17 HP. We did start with 21, so obviously picked up something that's reduced that slightly. Could be environmental, but there you go. And torpedo is firing down south, so we'll wait until it stops firing, and then we know that basically there's going to be a lot of loot there, so we'll head that way. Interesting, this starts with the grape shot cannon. I don't know if this is the only one that does that, but yeah, anyway, we've got 15 seconds remaining, so we'll just do some donuts. And oh, good hit there with the torpedo. We can upgrade the torpedo again. I'm going to spin around. I've only got a couple of seconds remaining, but I might be able to pick up this big clump of loot, and it feels like we are going to do that, and yes, we have. There we go. Alright, we have the option for a upgrade of a cannon. Heated shots to set enemies on fire, or faster shots appears through one enemy. I'm going to go with the former. That's because I'm very aware that we're going a bit spammy with things, so having, you know, if we do have to face off against something that's quite large, I think, yeah, we'll probably benefit from having something that will set them on fire. We've got gunnery officer again, and we've also got the internal struts, extra 25% HP and plus 3 ram damage. For 40, I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to pick up the engine pods, and we've still got the gunnery officer locked. I don't think I need to double down on that one. Engine nerding training here, plus 10% repair speed, minus 5% weapon upgrade cost. That's not terrible, actually. I'm going to pick that one up, and that's all of the secondary upgrades done. Still haven't got any escorts or a doctrine. I don't think I've actually seen a doctrine come up. Let me refresh it and see if we get one here. We've got rapid repurposing, 279 experience, wreckage picked up in the last 4 seconds. You get a bonus repair speed. that's really good, actually. That is really, really good. Okay, reinforced hull as well. Extra HP, but reduction in speed and more ram damage. I didn't pick up the internal struts for the ram damage. It's more the experience. I am going to pick up the rapid repurposing, and we'll go next wave. So where do I want to go now? Clockwork cubes is all right. Cultists is very hard. We do gain 2 allies though, a navy corvette and a navy corvette. And then we could go over. It's very hard, then very hard. Yeah, I really don't want that at all. I think we're going to go with clockwork cubes. I do have a tendency to try and overcook things and go let's say with a very hard one. Yeah, and then end up getting defeated. So let's not do that. Anyway, towards the opponents here. That's the first time we've been set on fire. In the previous run when we had the wing commander, yeah, getting set on fire with that one was pretty much a game ender, complete game ender. You know, you've only got 6 experience, 6 experience. That's a word now. 6 experience, 6 HP. I was going to say. Basically, you can't weather it. There's nothing you can do. Whereas this thing can tank a bit of damage. Although to be fair, I'm on 10 HP, and yeah, we've still got 20 seconds remaining. But these are melee enemies. I think I'm going to pick up this scrap here and probably just head away. I don't know, it's got some range, guys. I think we might be able to just weather the shots there if we need to. Yeah, there we are. 6 seconds remaining. Let's just pick up, and there we go. Okay, job done. Right, what have we got here? We do still have the gunnery officer. We have plus 10% repair speed, minus 10% weapon repair cost. I could upgrade the scavenger den. And that's extra scrap value and extra gather rate. I think I will do that, and I will pick up the gunnery officer as well, just for the the reload speed and supercharged engines. Extra damage from fire, but plus 15% speed. We've not really spec'd it out for that one. You can rearrange weapons, which is interesting. I don't know why I would want to do that. Oh, actually, I do realise, because aerial torpedoes need to go on the top because it's the best weapon in the game. Let's go next and go to cultists, and we do get 2 navy corvettes for this one. And looks like we've got some platforms there to deal with, so we will do just that. We can see they are firing away, and we're just going to drive straight towards that. Them drive or pilot? Let's see about collecting some of this stuff here. We've got a couple more of these guys that like to ram into you, so I'm going to have to worry about that. We're going to go up the top here to deal with this platform. We've got another platform coming in. I'm just going to basically do some donuts. I mean, I could come to a stop, you understand. It's just just by default, I sort of do put this on just automatic drive, so you can just use S and D and yeah, pilot it that way. Looks like we're going to, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to test something, because I'm going to flip to this other side, and okay, right, that was just nope. Just abort the whole mission on that one to 2 of the platforms straight away. I didn't there was a bit of a test I wanted to do there. I wanted to see whether or not the escorts loop around, and it doesn't appear that they do so that's quite interesting. Anyway, back over to our upgrades here. Still no doctrine. Rocket barge, slow moving but heavily armed. Ooh, okay. I mean, I do want to try and upgrade the torpedoes again, but to get an escort now would be fairly useful. We can get that to a Mark II rocket barge, which is faster reload, or we can go with guided missiles. Okay. Sharpshooter training, minus 15% reload speed. Stunned enemies are also vulnerable. Resilience is good, plus 10% HP and minus 20% stun chance. I've got loads of experience, so I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to refresh, see if we get a doctrine. No. Protectiveness, 422 experience, damage taken in the last 6 seconds, extra escort reload speed. Don't really want to double down on that just yet, in case I don't really know what the rocket barge is like. Anyway, we'll go to the next fight, and it is once again clockwork cubes. It is a hard fight, so let's see about this one. Looks like we are, well, not on our own, because obviously we do have the escort here. Very, very slow moving. However, it's going to hopefully protect us. We've got rocket barge is doing its thing. Good job it can't take any damage because it would have been destroyed by now. Let's see about... I mean, we're basically... It's +1, aren't we? We're like... We're going to have to... It's going to set the tone and we're moving around it now, so... Right, fine. Let's see about going up here, and looks like they're all gone. Between the rocket barge as well as the torpedoes, we do now have a fairly decent amount of semi to long range firepower. Not, you know, you have to count the cannon as well. We've got that too. Bit of fire there. Didn't really mention it, but yeah, we got a bit burny for a while, but seem to be okay for the time being. The rocket barge is deployed and just doing its own thing up here. Let's see if I can pick up this scrap. No, I'm not going to be able to. And we do have scavenger tentacles, so I can pick that up for free if I wanted to. I don't think we're going to go down that route. No. Okay, we have a flame skyboat, sets enemies on fire. That could be quite good. We've got experimental ammunition, which is extra damage and explosion radius. I'm definitely going to lock that one. I wish I could sell the tentacles now. I mean, technically I could probably sell... I could sell the cannon, get the tentacles, sell that. No. I'm going to pick up the skyboat. And I'm just going to refresh that one, and we now have reinforced hull, extra HP, reduction speed, and plus ram damage. We've passed over that before. Ooh, guided aerial torpedoes. I'm going to have to resist the urge to get that because we've had a couple of playthroughs already where I've just went, yeah, all the aerial torpedoes. And it's not worked out. Anyway, next fight is going to be Clockwork Cubes, which again is another hard fight. So we'll see how we got on here. We've got a melee one down the bottom, and then the northwest we've got the range ones. The range ones that worry me the most because they do set us on fire. The melee ones I'm not too concerned with. We do have 23 HP, which is pretty impressive. We can see the flame skyboat thing doing its thing. It's in contrast to the other escort. It is super fast, so that's all good. In fact, where is it? Oh, there it is, right next to us. Yeah, so I'm definitely not going to be looping around unless I absolutely need to. The whole looping thing was just more of a curiosity than a tactic, although I can see it being exceptionally effective, especially for certain builds. I don't know whether being a fast looper or a slow looper is best. It gives you the option to, you know, to get out of harm's way if need be. Certainly would have been effective on the previous run, but so far I think we're doing all right. And ding ding, there we go. So reward again is scavenger tentacles. We're trying to give those up, and we've got in what's this? Chemistry, extra explosion radius and damage for 150, or we've got extra damage and explosion radius. I mean, both are good. I'm going to lock that and pick up the... How much have we got? Oh, we can actually get both, I think. 1 and then 2. Yeah, so that's all good. I'm going to refresh this because we've got so much experience, and Hussar Bay, that's a new one. We've 4 Air Hussar Escorts. That would be really good, but we've already maxed out on escorts, so I'm not going to bother with it. Extra piercing, we don't have piercing. Extra repair speed, scavenger skyboat. We've already got scavenger hubs, so I don't think we really need that. A couple more refreshes, and again, no doctrines, which is weird because this is what, wave 10 or something like that. I'm just going to keep refreshing until we see one, and looks like it's not happening. There's minus 25% accuracy for ambition pills. You know what, I'm not going to bother with that one. There's a grandfather cube here. Take down a giant clockwork cube. Right, I don't think I've seen that one. After that it would be Clockwork Wasps, Sky Nomads again. I'm tempted to go for the grandfather cube. Pirates, defend a wrecker hideout. Reward is a disc launcher and extra scrap value. You know what? Because I haven't really went down that route before, I'm going to risk it against my better judgment, truth be told. But whatever. Let's see what we can do here. So I'm reliant on our escorts, which is, you know, standard, to be fair, with a fairly slow-moving vessel with no armour. But oh yeah, I see they are laying they are laying some mines down now, so we have to be pretty wary about that one. I didn't die via mine collision in the previous run, but it was these vines that basically had, well, red orbs on them, and oh, that's a bit of a wave here. Speaking of waves, we're already halfway through this one, so okay, pretty happy with things as they stand. Let me just do some runarounds here. Looks like we've got a bit more spam. Haven't seen any sort of, I call them boss creatures, the ones with the health bar. We haven't seen that yet, but the grandfather cube will probably present itself there, and we'll have to deal with that one. Let me just go ahead and go around and pick up some of this stuff, and that was actually fairly sedate as waves go, so fairly happy with that. There's the disc launcher, which is again free. Okay, I mean, I'd be very tempted to sell the grape shot cannon, but you know, guided missile. I have had a run with the guided missile vessel before. Didn't really find it overly useful, but you know, each to one's own. Look at the range. 150 is its minimum range, and then 2,000. I imagine aerial torpedoes and guided missile both would be ridiculous. Anyway, precision engineering, we don't really need that. I would very much like to upgrade more shot for the canister and the heated shot. I'm going to go with the heated shot because obviously we're going to try and face off this grandfather cube. And let me refresh this. I'm just going to see if there's anything to grab. Let me go with locking that one. There's the light thopter. Like I say, I'm very interested to know why we've not got no doctrine. Is there something going on that I'm not aware of? Almost certainly. Next wave. Yeah, we're going to head to the grandfather cube very hard, so we can pick help the wreckers take down. What we're in with +4 with the wreckers. After that, law and order, we're on +2, and then fight alone. Yeah, that's not happening. Extra scrap value and +1 reputation with wreckers, and reward is heavy rockets. Yeah, we're going to go with the grandfather cube fight with the wreckers because we don't want the free rockets. Let's travel there, and well, we'll see what happens. We got the 3 wrecker vessels already, and there's no chill on this wave. It's just absolutely sent it from day one here. Okay, let's see what we can do. Get away from that because that's going to make us vulnerable. Actually, not fear that one. So yeah, let's have a bit of a roam around. Another range thing here, and we do have a health bar now showing on the top, so that means that the enemy is coming in. There it is. Is that the grandfather cube? I think it might be. So what I'm going to do is try and just tank it completely off, and there we go. That's now done. Okay. We do have a little bit of fire on us though, so we need to worry about that. We have picked up scrap, so we are repairing faster because that's one of our upgrades, and that's a mistake. That is a massive mistake. This might be game. I'm going to loop around. Okay, and then I'm going to turn around and past these ones. Please don't be melee. Yeah, I should not be still playing this. That should have been a destruction on us there. That was so sketchy. Okay, right. So, where are we at now? We've got extra damage and explosion damage for 279 generic units of currency. We could upgrade the escorts. Heavy flame skyboat, larger flamethrower. We've also got faster reload speed or guided missiles. Don't know if we need guided or if we want to go with canister shot maybe. Don't think I want to upgrade the internal struts. It feels like just extra rocket is probably worth it. Guided, no, I think just lean into the whole idea of spamming rockets and just getting more rocket, more better. And we want, what else? 10% reduction in range, but plus 20% damage. That's actually quite impressive, considering we've got 800 range on the torpedo. That's seems pretty good. Overloaded weapons, damage and explosion damage per armor. We don't have armor, so yeah, I'm not really feeling any of these ones. Maybe careful aim. Yeah, go on, we'll do that one. And I'll have a bit of a refresh and nothing else there. Oh, no, munitions, any extra damage? Yeah, why not? It's just experience, and we have, or had plenty of that. Clockwork Wasps is the next one, and then after that we've got Nomads and something else, so we shall see. Is this the... Is this the extra money? Yes, it is. So sitting here, we gain generic units of currency, but I don't think I can sit there because we were getting absolutely swamped. Swarmed, actually, because it's Clockwork Wasps. And we do actually have allies here. The first time we've seen these allies. We've fought them once earlier in this run. So yeah, let's just see about sitting next to this one. This is a trading post. Decrease rate of fire, but increase in money. Ooh, good grief! Right, let's start moving, shall we? Oh, okay. This is bad. Right, what have we got? 18 seconds left. I might be able to just outrun them now. Keeping away from them as best I can. This is that's bad. That's it. That's game. That is surely game. Yeah. We got lucky once. We didn't get it on the second one. Okay, did say it was a hard fight. We got there after all. Okay, that was the supply ship. Okay, it's not my favourite. It's just a little bit slow for my liking, and it doesn't have armour. But I definitely think going with 3 weapons from the very beginning is probably the way forward. Don't know about the escorts or the extra modules that picked up, but yeah, that's been another bit of Airship's Lost Flotilla. Again, hopefully has been of some entertainment to oneself. If you have any tips, comments, suggestions for this run, what build do you think we should have went with, or maybe you want to see, then by all means let me know in the comments, and as always, we'll go from there. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching, take care, and generic partings.